All right, man. Y'all want to preview a little baseball here?
Absolutely. I
All right,
gotta
look
find
like
a contest pick today.
gotta find one, man. Is it raining where you're at, bro?
Yeah, sounds like
Did
we
you
had
hear that? It is pouring down
I
rain
was gonna
here.
say, dang, man, you feel like you're driving in a monsoon, homie.
I might take
This
a
makes me
nap.
feel. It makes me feel like I'm back in where I grew up, my hometown, Longview. This is like what it's like 10 months of the year. Gray
You
clouds
sound,
and
yeah,
pissing rain.
you sound like you're standing in the middle of it, bro.
Yeah, I'll mute myself while I'm not talking.
Okay. We got Brewers at the Phillies tonight. Phillies, we do not have pitchers announced for this matchup just yet, but the Phillies are minus 218 on the money line. Brewers plus 180. Total of 8.5 in this one, minus 105 to the over, minus 115 to the under. I don't have an overwhelming opinion this one. Do you, Steps? Without pitchers being named, I don't have an angle on this one.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Wheeler versus Bryce Wilson. Those are the projected starters here. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, you got minus 210 or something there on the money line, which you guys don't even bet. So I don't know why you talk about it.
Minus 218. I just throw it in there. I bet run lines.
So yeah, I just don't see any value. Don't like the total here either. Just because with Wheeler, you could get just a complete shutout on one side, and Bryce Wilson on the other side. With him, it's kind of hit or miss. Even though he's kind of matured a little bit as a starting pitcher. I just don't like anything here. It's just even with a small slate when you're looking for things, to get some bets in, I'd pass on this one.
Okay.
This is a system play, isn't it?
For
Phillies are on the road, right?
no,
they're at home.
Oh, I thought you said they were on the road. I was about to say, like, this is system play. We fade the team that played Sunday Night Baseball and has to go on the road.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, no, they who did they play last night? The Cardinals. Ooh, the Cardinals do though. The Cardinals are on the road.
Ooh, we might have to fade the Cardinals then. And it's not always just fading them by betting the other team. Like, let's say this game was on the road for the Phillies. I would look at just Phillies team total under because they could still win it, especially with Wheeler on the mound. But the whole theory about it is you just played Sunday Night Baseball. You got to fly to another city. You're going to get in, early in the morning, and your body clock and everything's going to be all thrown off.
Yeah, I like that. I like that play night, especially because Verlander's on the bump across from the Cardinals tonight at home.
Okay.
Verlander's on the bump at home, so that'd be good. We'll get there in a minute. Mets at the Nationals. You got Tyler McGill on the bump for New York, and Mackenzie Gore will be going for Washington. Nationals are minus 122 on the main line, plus 102 for the Mets, and a total of 8 in this one, minus 112 to the over, minus 108 to the under. What you think in this one, Steps?
Yeah, Nationals, one of the most profitable teams betting on the money line so far this year, because they've been dogs in most of their matchups. But as you see here, they're a favorite, minus 122. You do have Mackenzie Gore on the mound, who has been pitching well this year, and then Tyler McGill, coming off injury, came back, had a really strong outing against the Dodgers in his last pitching performance. I think he went like 7-8 innings and had a lot of strikeouts and held the Dodgers to like no runs. So I think it's funny that the Nationals are favorites here. I know the Mets haven't been playing good, but the Nationals just historically, outside of their World Series year, and they're a shell of their former self with all their players leaving, but still having some success this year. But I think I like the Mets
sex,
here.
yep.
And sex, they're probably having some sex too. It's cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you're winning, you're having some sex, right?
I like them on the money line and the first 5 in this one.
Okay. What you think, Will?
I feel like this is a sign that now's the time to fade them. Everyone's been doubting them. Now the market's maybe caught up with them and saying, hey, we're going to make them a favorite. There's 2 ways to look at it. You can look at it like that and say, hey, now they're getting overpriced and there's value on the Mets. Or you could just say, hey, the books don't like making this team a favorite, but they're making them a favorite for a reason. So the books are going to probably be right on this one. I don't know. I'm going to stay away, but it's just kind of curious that now they're all of a sudden favorites. We'll see how that plays out for them.
Fair enough. I might wind up going Nationals alt run line. Ain't decided yet. Orioles at the Blue Jays. I hate the Blue Jays. Grayson Rodriguez on the bump for the Orioles. Kevin Gausman will be going for Toronto. Minus 108 on the main line for the Blue Jays. Minus 112 for the Orioles. Low total of 7.5 in this one. Minus 115 to the over. Minus 105 to the under. Tell me about this one, Steps.
Yeah, I think if you are going to pick a spot to back the Blue Jays, it's when Kevin Gausman's on the mound. So, Baltimore, as we talked about, living up to the expectations, having a good record there, second in the division, behind the Yankees, who are, playing best baseball right now in major leagues. But yeah, I think I like Toronto here with Kevin Gausman on the mound. I know that doesn't sound good as much as we bashed them this morning. We just talked about should they sell right now at this point, but Kevin Gausman is worth taking shots on at even money, even though it is the Baltimore Orioles. So I would look at them maybe on the first 5 as well, and the money line.
Okay. What you think, Will?
Did you say the Blue Jays are favored?
No, they are slight dogs at minus
Oh,
108.
okay. I can never bet on the Blue Jays, especially when they're like a minus 155. Can't do it. They're especially at home, minus 155. No. I got nothing on this one.
All right.
I hate the Blue Jays.
Fair enough. I do too. That is an overwhelming opinion.
It's
here.
nothing against them. It's just every time I bet on or against them, it just doesn't work out. So
it's fair.
Staying away.
It's fair. This might be a sneaky spot right here, man. You got the Tigers at the Rangers. You got Tariq Skubal on the bump for Detroit, and Nathan Eovaldi will be going for Texas. Minus 108 on the money line for the Rangers. Minus 112 for the Tigers. Another low total of 7.5 in this one. Minus 115 to the over. Minus 105 to the under. I like Tariq Skubal, Steps.
Yeah, the Tigers, their pitching is what's really kind of kept them where they are, kind of bordering there at 500 on the year. But they've got Skubal is one of their, better pitchers and has been a success this year. But I like the Rangers in this spot again. Kind of like the Blue Jays at this point. If you're gonna back the Rangers in the type of year they're having, sub 500 team. Eovaldi is the one you're going to want to back, and you can get them almost at even money here against the Detroit Tiger team that, typically this is the time of the year where they start to kind of dip and kind of fall off. They've, made it this far and kind of surprised us a little bit, but the longevity of the season starts to catch up with them just because, they don't have the same guys in their clubhouse as, Atlanta Braves team does, where they're motivated to win all year and they've been there before. So obviously those teams can take, they can turn the corner at some point. Not sure if that's this year Tigers, but yeah, I like the Rangers here. I'd probably look to take the Rangers either in the first 5 or the money line as well.
Okay. What you thinking on this one, Will? Then I got to catch up on the chat real quick.
I agree with Steps, everything that he said there. I also just have this weird gut feeling that, like, this Rangers team, not the season that they want, not how they want to start the season, but I gotta think I still think they're a pretty solid team. Defending World Series champs. I think at some point in the season, we're going to see them get it together and go on a little bit of a streak. I'm not saying they're going to go win the World Series or anything, but they're going to go on a nice little winning streak. And what better way to start that winning streak than off than against the Detroit Tigers here, So this might be a good spot to back the Rangers.
That's fair. Bear says the Oilers use the power of the mommy milkers, and Loki thinks Babe would have been better even if he trained. And then Bear agrees. And then we got Loki. Awesome. You just got the mommy milkers thing.
Yeah.
Loki says Judge is the epitome of training, and he is just trying to keep pace, missing games because his toe hurts. And Bear, I remember people saying that the torque on the spine and the back was causing a lot of the injuries for Batista in Toronto. He was so strong that his other muscles couldn't keep up. Maybe that's why some of these big hitters are injured so often. And then Bear wants no Toronto slander. Man, you slander Toronto as much as we do, man. Come on now. I hear.
What are you talking about?
That's because I hear that trash about the Maple Leafs all the time, man.
Just because he said he's probably going to say, "Well, I'm Canadian, I can."
That's right. It's okay. It's allowed. It's fair. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I understand that. All right, Cardinals.
Well, you know what? Say it to Canada. Come say it to our face and see how that turns out for you, huh?
Everybody leave Canada alone, man. Cardinals at the Astros. Here's that spot Will was talking about. You got the team that plays Sunday Night Baseball has to go on the road the next day. You got the Cardinals with Kyle Gibson on the bump. Justin Verlander will be going for Houston. Astros minus 175 on the money line, plus 145 for St. Louis. Total of 8, minus 115 to the over, minus 105 to the under. I think I got to take the Astros today, Steps.
I'm staying away from this one. St. Louis, boring team. Astros. I mean, I guess you got Verlander, but minus 175, for a team that is, what's their record? Like
who's
27.
That? The Cardinals or the Astros are they're like 8 games under 500. Let's see what it is. It's 26-34.
They're minus 175.
Yeah, that's what I say. That feels a little rough, don't it? My bad, Bear. I didn't see your other comment. He said, "Well, no Blue Jay slander. You can hate on Toronto all you want." My bad. What do you think on this one, Will?
I think it smells like a good opportunity to do St. Louis team total under. We're gonna probably go adjusted run line on Houston, and we're just gonna go all in. Sunday night baseball fade.
Sounds like a
Man, okay.
formula.
Let's
Oh,
go.
yeah.
System.
Wish I could parlay
it. You get legalized gambling, you'll be able to, man. Let's see. Reds at the Rockies. This is a bad baseball game. Andrew Abbott on the bump for Cincinnati, and Ryan Feltner will be going for the Rockies. You got the Rockies plus 105 on the money line. Reds minus 125 and a high total of 10.5. And this one because they play at Coors Field. Minus 115 to the over, minus 105 to the under. This might be a spot for the Rockies, I think, Steps.
Yeah, I agree. I think I would take that side. The only thing that worries me is I just don't like betting on games that are played in Colorado, just because look at the total. Like the total is always 10.5 or 11.5. I definitely don't bet totals. I've gotten burned there. You think 11.5 is a big number, and it's not a big number in Colorado. But yeah, I think this is a good shot for Colorado to get a victory here, plus money when Reds have just not been playing good baseball.
I agree. I mean, this might be another all-run line spot for those teams at home. And here's this for you, Will. Bear said, well, Will, we did say it to your face in 1814. It's just been a while.
I think you're right on the alt line here.
How'd that work out for you?
We were the only country to ever burn the White House down.
I would go Rockies minus 1.5, maybe a sprinkle on minus 2.5.
Ooh, little alt adjusted run line.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's crazy. Steps getting crazy on us here, Will. What
Wonder what that is.
I'll find out.
Okay.
We can look, bro. That's a cool thing about technology. We can take the Rockies minus 1.5 at plus 199. We can take a minus 2.5 at plus 322. I will have a half unit on the Rockies minus 2.5.
That sounds juicy.
It's in Colorado that you could have a big margin.
What do you think, Will?
You getting plus 325 on that minus 2.5?
Plus 322.
322. Ooh. Is that going to be the contest play of the day? I don't know. Stay tuned.
I
got nothing on this game.
I'm going to take full unit money line, full unit alt run line, half unit alt adjusted run line. Go Rockies.
There you go.
All right, we got Padres at the Angels. Matt Waldron on the bump for San Diego. Tyler Anderson going for the Angels. The Angels are terrible. They are plus 120 at home on the money line, minus 142 for San Diego. Total of 8.5 in this one, minus 108 to the over, minus 112 to the under. I don't know about this one, Steph. What you think?
I like Waldron, the pitcher for San Diego. He throws fastball, but he has a knuckleball as well. Predominantly
the only pitcher in Major League Baseball that has one.
His knuckleball is pretty sick. I think I would back them on the first 5. Not sure if I trust them on the full game, but I do like him. I like the knuckleball. And I think San Diego, I would back him on the first 5. You can either get the tie push or get the win.
Patriot. Good morning, Patriot. Good to see you in here. He says he came in here to throw a little shade at Canada. He said, do something with Trudeau and we will be impressed. I don't know a lot about that. What do you think, Will, on the Padres Angels?
Oh, I agree. Get Trudeau out of there, man.
What are you doing with
that? Good morning, I got nothing on this game. I hate the Padres as much as I hate the Blue Jays.
That's fair. They are one of those teams that keeps biting me in the Padres. Giants at the Diamondbacks for the late game, and we do not have pitchers announced for this unless Steps has them there. Diamondbacks is minus 135. Moneyline Giants plus 114, total of 9, minus 105 to the over, minus 115 to the under. You got an opinion on this one without pitchers being announced?
No.
I don't either. It's probably
we'll
gross.
See how the night goes. Maybe we'll throw a little money on something there.
Right. We'll have to see. It's the late one. We don't have any NBA or NHL. You got an opinion on the Giants Diamondbacks, Will?
Nope. You can tell I can barely manage the controls over here.
That's fair. Well, that's baseball, y'all. That's what we got. The small slate today on Monday. A lot of teams having off days after the weekend long series and all that.